Hey there, Evan Stiliason here, founder of the Northwest School of Aromatic Medicine. And today I wanted to talk about something that a lot of people have experienced the past 2 years, millions of people actually. And it's something that's kind of strange, and it's definitely a bummer to experience. And this recently came up for me again, helping out another person with this issue last week. So I thought I'd just go ahead and make a short video for my community here and give you all some helpful information about what you can do to help regain and retrain your sense of smell after COVID-related loss of smell, or losing it in other ways, in fact, which this is referred to anosmia. And there are actually many people, aside from COVID, that experience olfactory disorders like this. And what I'm going to talk about can actually help those people too. A lot of people I know have experienced this really weird symptom during and after having COVID-19, myself and my wife included. And thankfully for me, it only lasted about 2 weeks. And then my sense of smell and taste slowly came back on their own. But for a lot of people, they deal with it a little bit longer, maybe months. I've got a friend who hasn't regained her sense of smell or taste for over a year now, and it can actually affect your quality of life after a while, whether you're conscious of it or not. And it can lead to depression for a lot of reasons for some people. Just think about it. Our sense of smell and taste gives us just so much pleasure and happiness on a daily basis. And not being able to taste what you're eating or enjoy your food at all, really, or smell the different seasons and flowers blooming outside, or your favorite incense or perfume, it's just kind of puts a damper on things. It can make your world, pretty bland. Your senses are being taken away. The different sources vary, saying that there's anywhere between 40% and 70% of people who catch the coronavirus who end up losing their sense of smell. And for most people, it can take weeks or months to get it back, along with their taste, which also a lot of people experience losing their taste. And researchers they're still a little bit unclear about what's really going on here, but some research has been showing that the virus doesn't necessarily attack our sense of smell or our sensory cells directly. It actually affects the supporting cells in the olfactory epithelium, and that indirectly causes our sensory neurons that allow us to smell aromas to malfunction. So basically, it doesn't directly affect neurons, but it affects the cells that support them metabolically and structurally. And the reasons that some people lose their taste along with that, excuse me, is because taste is connected to the olfactory system too. Most people think it's just the taste buds, but actually smell has a lot to do with taste. In fact, about 80% of what we taste. And I've heard from a few people that once they regain their smell after losing it, a lot of things don't really smell the same as before. Everything can be a little skewed, which is a phenomenon called parosmia. Thankfully, there's something that you can try out that's helped a lot of people regain their sense of smell and taste faster, and can potentially help them avoid experiencing parosmia. And that's using aromatic plants to stimulate your olfactory nerves and literally retrain your sense of smell back to a normal state again. And this isn't like anything new. Professional perfumers have been doing this for a long time to strengthen their sense of smell. And this might not work for everybody, but it's definitely proven to help a lot of people regain their smell and taste. And I've heard of different loss of smell test kits too that can help people determine, how far their sense of smell is faded. I'm not really sure how accurate or useful those are. I'm sure they're helpful in certain cases. But if you got a strong sense of smell to begin with, and then all of a sudden it's gone after having COVID, and you still can't smell anything, I think it's safe to say that you're in need of some kind of aroma training. So according to the sense of smell protocol that a German psychologist, Thomas Hummel, created in 2009, you need to smell 4 different plant aromas over the course of up to 16 weeks. For some people, it doesn't really take that long. For more serious cases, it might take longer. And you really only need to take a quick whiff of each for just 10 seconds every morning and every night. Hold it close to your nose and inhale through your nose really slowly. And that's really all that a lot of people need to help them regain their senses. Just a couple really long, slow whiffs a few times a day for maybe a couple of weeks, up to 16 weeks, depending on the severity of the situation. And the plant aromas that have worked best for this are rose, eucalyptus, lemon, and clove. And you can use other plants as well if you want or if you have them, but these are the top choices that have had the best results. And personally, I think that any kind of olfactory stimulation is going to be helpful. And if you're able to smell these 4 plants over time, you can even branch out to other aromas that are going to hopefully help you expand the frequency of the fragrances that you're able to smell, kind of widening your, your spectrum of scents in a way. And, try cooking with more fragrant and stimulating spices. The wider range of diversity that you can, bring to your senses I feel like it can, really help you regain, that broader spectrum I'm talking about. Go outside, smell the different flowers, the different plants that are coming about this time of year. And there's no guarantee this is going to work, but again, it's worked for a lot of people. It's not an overnight quick fix. It takes a little bit of work, which is why it's called retraining. But if you're tired of not being able to smell or taste anything, which kind of sucks, I'm sure you've got enough determination to give it a try. It's really not that difficult. It's pretty simple, actually. And they say the trick is to focus on what the aromas should smell like, to help you train your olfactory system into remembering the aromas. If you can't smell them at all, just kind of remember what they smell like. And don't put any essential oils in your nose or on your nose. Just take a short whiff, and you don't need an essential oil diffuser or anything. You're literally just taking the cap off of an essential oil bottle, holding it up to your nose for maybe 10 seconds while you inhale, and that's it. Or you can put a drop on a tissue or something. And incense works too. I feel like different incenses can help you out in certain ways. But I've just felt like putting this short video here together hopefully can help you in some way, or help somebody in some way, because I know that a lot of you watching are into the aromatic arts. Your sense of smell is extra valuable to you. But that's all I got for now, and I hope it's helpful. Definitely stay safe out there, and I'll see you soon.